Hello, hello. Oh, Jesus Christ, Rex.
There are 11 judges, and the winner gets, of there's 6 nominees. So the winner gets 6 points, and the number 2 man gets 5, and so on down. So with 11 judges, there's 66 possible votes. Béla, you got 65 of the 66 first place votes.
No.
Congratulations.
Jesus Christ. Rex, it's fantastic. Kedves barátaim, cikkeimbe, könyveimbe sokat írtam a Weatherby díjról, de eddig egy magyar nyelvű film nem készült a díjról. Arra kérlek benneteket, hogy a következő 50 percben dőljetek hátra egy jó itallal a kézbe, és nézzétek végig ennek a díjnak a történetét és átadását, amelyik Dallasban volt 2024. januárjában. Először nézzünk meg egy rövid bevezetőt, utána a díj átadásának a ceremóniáját. Hogy mi kell a Weatherby díj megszerzéséhez? Nagyon hosszú, igen göröngyös út vezet addig. Mindenekelőtt óriási adag szerencse kell hozzá, továbbá kitartás, no meg pénz, nem különben a család támogató segítsége, s nyilván az emberben nagyon mélyen berögződött, vele született vadászszenvedély. No és nyilván jó egészségi állapot. Ez csupán néhány, a legfontosabbak közül kiragadott feltétel. Mindenkinek, aki nincs tisztában a Weatherby díj miben létével, lényegével, javaslom, nézzen utána a világhálón, vagy olvass el a Volt egy álmom című könyvemet. Abban megtalálja a díj 67 éves történetét. A Weatherby díjat 1956-ban alapította Roy Weatherby, fegyvergyáros, számos különleges kaliberű vadászfegyver kifejlesztője és gyártója. Azóta évente egyszer ítélik oda a vadászat és a természetvédelem területén elért kiemelkedő teljesítményért, az egész életműért. Eddig mindösszesen 9 európai, olasz, spanyol, belga, francia, dán és egy orosz vadász kivételével valamennyi díjazott amerikai és mexikói vadász volt. Közép-Európában én vagyok az első, aki ebben a rendkívüli elismerésben részesült. A díjat kiosztó Weatherby Alapítvány mottója: az ifjúság és a nem vadászó közvélemény felvilágosítása, az etikus sportvadászat fontos természetvédelmi szerepéről és a vadvédelemhez való jelentős hozzájárulásáról, valamint a vadászathoz való alkotmányos jogvédelme szerte a világban. S hogy végül megválaszoljam az elején felvetett kérdést. Mármint, hogy mi kell a Weatherby díj megnyeréséhez. Nos, mi sem egyszerűbb ennél. Meg kell mászni néhány millió métert, sétálni kell néhány ezer mérföldet, éveket kell tölteni távol az otthontól, a családtól és a munkahelytől, általában egy idegen országban. Hosszú napokig utazni jeges, kavicsos hegyi utakon, lerongyolódott terepjárókkal, vagy mások cigarettafüstjével teli furgonokkal. kibírni sok száz órányi veszteglést és vegzálást repülőtereken, határokon és katonai ellenőrzőpontokon, a betegségek és sérülések elviselését már említeni se érdemes. Mulatságosan hangzik, az is. Ez néhány kivételesen szerencsés ember szenvedélye és életmódja. ...2024-ben végre eljött az idő, hogy én is átvehessem a Weatherby díjat.
And it's now my honor and a privilege to introduce a distinguished individual whose intellectual prowess, and I'm not exaggerating here, so hear me out, his intellectual prowess and contributions to government has left an indelible mark on academia around the world and in his home country of Hungary. Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce and present the 64th Weatherby Award, please welcome international spokesperson for the Hungarian government, Zoltán Kovács. The Honorable President and board members, dear Béla, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by noting that in terms of awards and laureates, 2023 was by every standard an outstanding year for Hungarians. 2 more Nobel Prizes bore witness to the intellect and perseverance of Hungarian scientists, wherever they may be in the world. But among awards offering the highest level of recognition in other professional and scientific areas, the preeminent accolade of wildlife conservation and ethical hunting is the Weatherby Award. And so, for a Hungarian, the news that Béla Hidvégi was chosen as the Weatherby laureate for 2023 feels like a 3rd Nobel Prize in 1 year. At the same time, Béla's life path is quite unusual, since his hunting and conservationist activities are far from typical. He's a latecomer to our calling, setting out his first hunt in his 50s. Yet over the past 3 decades, his intellectual and physical energy has enabled him to achieve to the highest possible degree everything expressed in the mission statement of the Weatherby Foundation, I quote, to educate youth and the non-hunting public on the beneficial role of ethical sport hunting and its contribution to wildlife conservation, and to protect our constitutional right to do so. So the spirit and concepts embodied by this mission statement were instrumental in bringing Béla and me together in Hungary back in 2019 during the Hungarian hunting community's preparations for the 2024 World of Hunting and Nature exhibition. It is certain that his ideas, determination and resolve combined as a major inspiration leading to our exhibition's success. His approach, fully coinciding, as I mentioned before, with the Weatherby Foundation's mission statement, informed ours and thus enabled us to welcome more than 600,000 visitors, over 60,000 of them students and children under the age of 16, throughout the 20 days. So today I stand here with the conviction that when we praise Béla Hidvégi and his achievements, we are also honoring a tradition and culture of Hungarian hunting and conservation. We hope will remain an inspiration for generations to come. A crucial role in this endeavor has been played by Béla Hidvégi. So let's applaud him by his contributions. In this respect, Béla's life, activities and plans point to the future. The collections and exhibitions established by him in Hungary attract hundreds of thousands of people yearly, while his hugely successful books provide an example that many other Hungarians have started to follow. So thank you, Béla. Thank you, Béla, for not only contributing to this with your knowledge and determination, but also for being a driving force in the achievement of these goals. God bless you, Béla, and God bless you all here tonight. And before we come to Béla's contribution, let's see a short video of his life and life achievements, please.
Az igazi kihívás nem a fegyver elsütése, hanem legyőzni az ismeretlent.
Apa, ezt én lőttem, jó van fiam, csak lőd. És ott voltam egész nap, lucsokban, mindenbe, de ott voltam a nyomdokában.
This is a very special song from Queen to you.
Béla was born 87 years ago in Hungary, where his passion for hunting was given to him by his father, who raised him in great austerity. During their hunts, they often talked of their future African safaris and a mysterious jungle animal, the bongo. Their dreams were shattered by the war and the subsequent political regime. At the outbreak of the 1956 revolution, he and some of his friends fled the country. In England, Béla obtained a diploma in food engineering. At the age of 33, he got married and had two daughters, Natasha and Georgina.
I really remember about Dad was obviously that he was away a lot, either working or hunting in far-flung places around the world. But when he did come home, he did cook up a storm of delicious food, and I have inherited his cooking gene, I suppose.
Yes, unfortunately, I did not inherit that cooking skill, Natasha. But maybe I could say that I inherited a bit of the tennis skill. And when he was home, he was cooking, playing tennis. Come on, girls, come on, get on that tennis court. So I would say that there was tennis very early in the morning and a lot of lovely cooking.
From my point of view, little did I know when I met Béla in 1966 and married him in 68 that our lives would be governed by hunting, shooting, taxidermists, guns, travelling, airline tickets, and coming home occasionally, worn out, sleeping, and then going back again, travelling all over the world to fulfil this obsession and passion for hunting. But the people who have benefited greatly are the Hungarian nation, to whom he has donated these amazing museums, mainly filled with his trophies. Congratulations, Béla.
Congratulations, Dad, on winning this wonderful award.
His daughters have gifted him 5 grandsons, and Béla is keen to pass on his knowledge and passion for hunting to the younger generation. In the 1980s, he returned to Hungary and continued to build his own food machinery manufacturing business. Meanwhile, he started to hunt in Europe, particularly for birds and small game, and for the native species of Hungary, including pheasant and wild boar. He never forgot their shared dream that couldn't come true for his father, and so after 50 years, he had to realise this dream alone. Only when he was 56 years old did he first step on African soil. While hunting there, he started to think about creating a hunting museum at home in Hungary. After working out the details with the government, he offered all of his present and future hunting trophies to the Hungarian Natural History Museum. With that ambition in mind, he hoped to have a wide-ranging collection from all of the world's continents.
The Hungarian Natural History Museum was in a position to accept this huge donation, but the member collection was about to be moved to a new place. So we decided the whole collection will be exhibited in the Keszthely, the Helikon Castle Museum.
The exhibition has outgrown its space in the main castle building, so it has been relocated to a new building, where more than 310 fully mounted animal trophies are exhibited in diorama form.
We are very, very pleased that this collection, which is systematically collected, and the mounted specimens represent a very, very high taxidermy, are really useful for all educational purposes. Apart from Asian and African trophies, the museum also has numerous North and South American and European exhibits. Béla has another exhibition at Sopron, where mainly shoulder and skull trophies are shown from his early hunting years. He created this display at his own expense, and at the opening ceremony of this exhibition, Dennis Campbell, the president of Ovis, also gave a speech.
Amazingly, I have visited in Hungary more than any other European country because of my friend Béla. One of the trips was when Béla dedicated the last museum. I have been to literally hundreds of hunting museums and hunting trophy rooms in my lifetime. I would like to report to you that one of the greatest in the world is in Hungary.
Béla created this exhibition at the Game Management University in Sopron, mainly for educational purposes, but it is also open for the public. It showcases animals, tools, taxidermy, the hunting organizations of the world, and emphasizes the importance of conservation.
I can summarize my hunting life in 11 books, 2 in English, 1, 2, and one in German. The rest is all in Hungarian. Out of the Hungarians, I have 3, especially on mountain hunting. In my hunting life, the 2 most important and closest friends and advisors were Dennis Campbell and Bob Spiegel. We have hunted together in Hungary on many occasions, and they visited both my exhibitions. They encouraged me to continue with more and more difficult, challenging hunts and helped me very much on my hunting path.
To date, Béla is most proud of his SCI World Conservation and Hunting Award, the Pantheon Award, Order of Merit, one of the highest Hungarian civilian awards,
the Conklin Award, and SCI President Award.
Béla's unusual. These are lifetime achievement awards. Béla didn't start hunting until he was 57 years old. That's very old to start climbing in the mountains or sweating in the jungles. When you get to a point where winning the award is a possibility, you think you've hunted till then. Then you're in competition with 5 other people. That's when you start hunting. And that's when you hunt 6 months a year. You follow the leaves all over the world. For 2 or 3 years, you hunt all 6 continents each year. You say to your business partners, I'm sorry, this will be over soon. You say to your family, I'll be back. And you go off to the award. It's the type of person that wins the award. It's not something that's easy to do or just happens.
Today, at the age of 87, he is still an active hunter and still has many goals, but now most of his efforts are directed towards game conservation and education. He strongly believes that the future well-being of the world's wildlife will only be maintained by sustainable hunting, and if hunters pass on their passion to future generations.
I would like to say a huge thanks to the following people: the selection committee of the Weatherby Foundation, SCI office, and to all those fantastic outfitters who guided me through all these years. Many of them became my very good friends. I am also very grateful to my family who stayed behind me all these years while I was away hunting so many times to different parts of this world. A special thanks goes to my partner Suzanne, to my friends and to my co-workers.
I'd like to peek a nightjar late in the evening, to float softly on the wings of a night owl, to tremble as whiskers on the nose of a tiny mouse, to lay in smooth silence under a dense bush. I'd like to graze dew together with roe deers, to look for the blush of an early morning sky, to fold my two palms together slowly, and to give thanks kneeling down and reciting a prayer.
So quite unusually, this is my duty and honor to welcome the 64th Weatherby Award winner, Béla Hidvégi.
My friends, it's very, very difficult job for me to follow after such a fantastic speakers. I've been listening to Mr. Kovac's speech, and I'm so jealous how fantastic, eloquently he can speak. I never could speak like that in my life. Never, never. No wonder he is our government main speaker, apart from his many other roles. You heard how many different positions he has in our government. One of the top person in Hungary, I tell you that. Not him, nobody else, but I know. Thank you, Zoltán. Where are you, Zoltán? Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You really taken the time to come to here to be with us. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for giving me the luck. How important it is luck, to have luck in our life. I have fallen off horses, fallen off cliffs. So many times, God gave me also strength and perseverance, stamina. Apart and after I was only 56, can you imagine 56? Very old guy, just like Resh said in the film, to start hunting in the mountains. Lucky people who have made the money early in life, you could start hunting in 18 or 16. We had the war. Can you imagine? I don't digress, but my father, when I was so small, after the war, he never could get permission to hold a gun in his hand. That's what type of life we have led in Hungary those days. First and foremost, I want to thank God, because He been with me all the time. He has been with me when I'm sure He was with me when they discovered the pancreatic cancer at a very early stage by me, and they could operate straight away, and I can be standing here in front of you 14 years later. I wanted to say so much, but the people, a few friends of mine said, I have to cut it down. I started with 15 minutes. I cut down to 10 or to 5. But never mind. But one thing I have to say to you, I have to thank all the lovely people, outfitters and friends who helped me. Without their help, I wouldn't be standing here today. From North America, I saw them here Here they are, Prophet Muskva people, the Olmsted family. What a lovely, lovely hunt I had with them. And there are people, so many people I got to know, starting with Rennie Schneider. Rennie, I got to know her about 30 years ago. Imagine 30 years ago. She's been marvelous to me. She invited me to sit at her table so often, introduced me to so many people. And there is also Barbara Sackman. When I was sick, she gave me so many fantastic advice, how can help be fantastic, very useful advice. And there is, I don't know whether he is here, Brett Black, giving me again advice in the last 6 years. Where to go, Béla? Where to go? Here is, and that is the best place to go and hunt. Now, from Europe, Alvaro. Here is Alvaro from Spain. I hunted so fantastic animals in Spain. And he's sitting here with me tonight, with Abigail Day, great friend of mine from England, Eric Müller from Austria. With Eric, not only the greatest organizer, but he makes sure that you get your animal back in good shape. You younger people like me remember how terrible it is to have your trophies back in terrible, terrible condition. Especially important for me, who has a museum and you want to mount all the animals in full. That's terrible, terrible when you don't get it. Eric made sure that I'm getting it all fantastic shape and quickly. So we hunted together for 6 years and we became very, very good friends. Now from Africa, I have Nassos Roussos. Here is his chief son. We just talked 2 minutes ago. Nassos Roussos, how do I call him and Mahesh Bushnett from Nepal? You know, obviously Nassos from Ethiopia. I call them the two old Mohicans. They are not only the greatest hunters and outfitters, but they are the greatest human beings and great friends. I wanted originally to say 1 or 2 things what they did to me, especially to make my hunt successful and also enjoy my hunt together with him. It's fantastic person. Then there is John Duploy from Zambia, Alan Van Heerd, and he's here with us today. I had the first hunts with him at the beginning in Zimbabwe and Tanzania. So many great hunts. You can't believe how many. I just cannot go into detail. Nowadays, my foundation working with Alan in Tanzania on the bee and honey project, which I originally started with Ivan Carter and Mark Hardin in Mozambique. I don't know whether any of them here. Fantastic project, and we are doing very well in Mozambique, and we're doing very well on this project in Tanzania. Now, Asia, Mahesh, I talked to you about Mahesh Bushnett. What a great friend. He never let me down. He said, he just bugged me, Béla, you have to come back after I successfully taken the blue sheep. Come back, you can do the tar as well. And you know the tar is not one of those very easy mountain game there is in the world. And he persuaded me, and we had a fantastic hunt with that as well. Now, another great friend of mine is Riza Güzlük. I don't know whether he is here from Turkey. In the old days, about 25 years ago, he was working for Khan Karakaya. He's sitting here with me. Can you imagine? We went for 7 weeks. 7 weeks we went to Pakistan. We hunted all 3 markhors, and we hunted other animals as well. And in 7 weeks you get to know pretty well another person. And it's longer than damn bad marriage, I tell you that. And Khan is here with Khan after I hunted so often in Asia and in Turkey as well. So finally, a person's name come to my mind from Asia is Vladimir Tashov. Vladimir been introduced to me by René Schneider, the unbelievable hunts we had for the snow sheep and tours in Russia. I was going to tell you a story. If any of you interested in the recipe of the best old ram ribs, please go to Vladimir. He will give you the recipe. I was going to tell you, but let him tell you because of the time shortage. Unbelievable. Would you believe that a ram can taste so good, an old ram ribs? And funnily enough, because the ribs, you don't have muscles, so you don't have the mutton flavor. Unbelievable. Maybe we also been a bit hungry those days, but I never, never ever forget that time. So I must mention now how grateful I am to you all for making an effort to come and celebrate with me this evening. A very special thanks goes to my family and to those 40 Hungarians. From a Hungarian, one is enough, but 40 of them, that's a nightmare. I tell you, I never want to go through that again in my life. But we are, apart from joking, we have such a fantastic people. Imagine flying from London. We had 2 emergencies. The stewardesses asked doctors, how many doctors? Please come forward. Imagine, out of 400 and how many of the big jumbo planes, there only 3 Hungarian doctors stood up. 3 Hungarian, and one of them had the special medicine and saved their life. Imagine, saved their life. They were terribly, terribly sick. So I would like you to clap and applause 3 Hungarians, Eva, Zsolt, and Joseph. Please stand up. Stand up. You understand what is stand up? Thank you. 2 hours they've been fighting, 2 hours for their lives. So it was worth coming. We had some uses. So my elder daughter, Natasha and Lorenzo, are with us. Georgina's husband, Lorenzo is Georgina's husband is here, but Georgina, Jess, my other son-in-law, and my ex-wife, Geraldine, had to stay at home to look after the 5 grandsons. My partner Suzanne is also here. I just wonder, Suzanne, how you could have taken me for 25 years. It's a damn long time to take me, Béla, for 25 years. May I suggest to the Weatherby Foundation to create a new award, which would be called the Weatherby Spouse or the Spouse Weatherby. Please. I am sure it would be a great success. Now I would like to thank 3 friends from Hungary and 2 from Weatherby, Gergő, Imre, and Csaba. They've been working very, very close together. Gergő especially with Cameron and Kass from the Weatherby. Again, I'm telling you, 40 Hungarians, hotels, no hotels, this way, that way. I don't want to sleep with this, that one. And thank you, Cameron, and thank you, Kass, very much. And Gergő, you've been fantastic. Csaba and Imre worked with me on foundation, books, films, exhibitions, and auctions everywhere. Very great friends, very great friends as well to me. So I left it to the last, but I must read it to you because I might get a bit emotional, but on the other hand, if I read it, I get a hazy, blurred eye. I don't know which way to go, but I try to read, and if I get hazy eye, please forgive me, I will wipe my eyes. And that goes like this. I left it to the last, but most important is to ask and beg my family's forgiveness for being away so long, so often, all these years, and especially thanks to Geraldine for being such a capable and loving mother and for raising our beautiful daughters virtually single-handedly. I know it's impossible to forget and forgive my absences, knowing how much you have suffered during those years. Keeps tearing me apart, and just pray that when you see and experience today's celebration, you may, just may forgive me a tiny bit. I pray for that. I would like to finish my short talking to you this evening with a quotation from Walter Mitty. I got it from Eric. It goes like that: to see the world, things dangerous to come to see behind walls, draw closer, find each other, and to feel. That's the purpose of life. Thank you, Weatherby Foundation, again for making this an unforgettable evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Béla, come this way.
Yeah. Getting too heavy.
Okay, Béla, these flowers are from John Monson and all your hunter friends who can't be here this evening.
All right, one last time, let's welcome the 64th Weatherby Award winner, Béla Hidvégi. Béla has lots of photos to take. He's going to start up here with Zoltan, and then he's going to move on to his family and all the folks from Hungary. And after that, all of you are welcome to come up on stage and take pictures with Béla. But tonight, don't anybody leave, because we have something for everyone to enjoy. As you all know, typically, year after year, we have the after party. And you may have noticed that over to my right, we have something we've never seen in this room before. It's the after party in 2024. We have a live band, we have dancing, we have food, we have drinks, we have games. I think you can throw axes over there. I even think there's a dancing chicken over there. There's all kinds of stuff. In fact, let's check in with Alan Smith. Alan, what's going on over there?
Woo! Are you guys ready?
Let's get this party started.
Let's go. The grooves.
Right.
You guys ready to rock? Woo!
A Weatherby díj végre elfoglalta méltó helyét a Keszthelyi Vadászati Múzeumban.